When you look at this cheese, and by the way, there's honey in here. I don't want you blending it up yet. We're going to look at it. This is an actual pairing. So when you look at the curd, take your knife and just move it around a bit, and you can see how fine the curd is. So when you think of cottage cheese and that, this is really fine. Now just taste it. So fromage frais. How many have not had that before? I think a lot. Oh, you don't have any? We don't have any cups here. Oh, you're just coming out now? No? This is number one. What do you mean three? Oh yeah, Gablu. We need some cups here with the fromage frais. You know what? It's so good, they're probably enjoying it. All right, we'll get it to you there. What does it taste like? Do you get tangy? All right, fresh milk. That's what fromage frais is. All right, now try a little bit with the honey. Notice what happens with the sweet and the tang. Now, if you want to keep a little bit of that, you could go over to the Kid Brothers honey and try different honeys on it, like they have dandelion honey. I asked you, so how do you get the bees to go to the dandelions? Well, when the field's all yellow with dandelions, there's no problem. I said, come to my backyard then. All right, what do you think? Now, this type of cheese works really well for brunches and breakfast, and you can make it savory or sweet. So you can put fruit in it, you can put compote in it, you can put different vegetables to it, so it's pretty versatile. So in BC, there's two producers that do this, Little Qualicum and Farmhouse, which is out of Agassiz. Everybody's had mozzarella, right? Oh, good. So what I want you to do is pick up the mozzarella, quit licking the cup. That's how good it is, isn't it? We did mascarpone on a spoon. There's not much left of plastic. All right, pick up your piece of mozzarella. Yeah, it's the spongy one. And see if you can peel it. Can you peel it? Like that? Work at it. Come on. I won't say you're mentally challenged. Does it peel? And the head should go up and down, not sideways. All right. Why can you peel it? This is called a pasta filata, which means cooked and stretched. So when you want a mozzarella cheese that's going to give you the lovely string, you get the Italian style, which is pasta filata. It's the one that when you heat it and you bring it out and you eat it, it snaps back and burns the mouth, you know, the face, that type of thing. It gets that great string. This also is going to give you a lot of taste because it's 25% milk fat. So taste it. Now remember mozzarella, you get the chew, but you're also going to get a lovely milk on this one. The bottom line is fat is flavor, right? So if you were to buy a 7% cheese, what you get is a lot of rubber. Fat softens the texture of it. The reality though, we have people with health conditions, 7% cheese is all they can eat. They can't have the milk fat. So, you like that mozzarella? This is going to be really good for flavor. So just keep that in mind. So have you noticed how cold the cheese is? Yeah, well, I have to serve it to you like that by law. We're in a public domain. Now, when you're entertaining at home, the idea is you can bring it out, up to 45 minutes, you cover it, don't cube it. All right, leave it in whole pieces, put a name tag on it, and then your guests know what they're eating. If it's a mystery, why are you serving it? Just cleaning the fridge out? Not a good idea, all right? So that allows the cheese to really come to the temperature that you want it to be, and you get the true characteristic, all right? So, what do we got here now? Okay, triple cream brie. We have single cream, double cream, triple creams, and bries and camembert. When you look at the rind on this one, what do you see in color? It's white, isn't it? This is important to know so you understand where you want to buy the brie for your taste. If you want it young, soft, delicate, white rind. If you want it so it's got more character and a bit bolder, then you're looking for a rind that's starting to discolor brown to gray. And when you smell it, your nose will burn. That's ammonia. Now smell the rind on this one. And this is what you should get. Mushroom, fungal, earthy. Any of those? Anybody get mushroom? Yeah. Now what I want you to do is break it apart. All right, break it apart. And just taste the curd. That's it, just taste the curd. Triple cream bries are going to be butter. That's a reality. Now this particular cheese, it could probably last about a month. That's how young it is. And then when it's closer to ripening, you're going to get butter and salt. That's what happens as part of the ripening. This is a surface ripened cheese. So everything works from the rind down into the center. Now what I want you to do is try it with the rind. The rind is part of the package. Don't cut it off and throw it away. Think of the curd. When you put it on your tongue, what did it do? Disappear, right? What are you having to do now? You have to chew it. That's why you can bake brie. As a whole piece of cheese though, not a wedge of brie. You have a mess in the oven. All right? Whole package means it contains it. When you bring it out, you cut it, well, that's when everything flows out all over. All right? Now, did you notice that the taste of the rind goes down into the curd? That's why it's part of the package. It adds more value to it and flavor. Now, if you want to do this with a pairing, beer is actually easier than wine because of the effervescence. Simple rules. Light beer, light cheese. Stronger beers, stronger cheeses. And if you want a real taste, try stout and 5-year-old cheddar. It's sweet, salt, yin-yang balance that goes with it. From a wine perspective, bubbles, sparkling wine, Riesling, or a light red that has no tannin. Tannin doesn't work. It's metallic. All right? You like triple cream brie? Yeah. There's a range that you can take. This one's about 36%. You can go up to 44. All right? That's really full-on butter. All right? If you want to treat yourself, that's where it's at. All right, now with Rath Trevor, that's this nice rectangular one, and it should have on it a piece of brine. All right? Now this is a Swiss-style cheese. What do you normally see though in Swiss? Holes or eyes. The culture they use in this one does not produce the carbon dioxide gas, which gives you the eyes. Oh, and by the way, you know the perfect circle? You know how they get that? It's how they handle the cheese. So as the gas is released, it pushes up, and it would create an egg shape if they didn't turn it. When they turn it, it means the gas has got to go the other way. You keep turning it, you get a perfect circle. Now, what I want you to do on this one is smell the cheese, and you get that Swissy, it's that nutty. You get the nutty, but you're also going to get a bit of wash, which is coming off of the rind. So go to the side where there isn't the rind and taste it. Swiss is going to give you these characteristics. Normally chewy, nutty, sweet. On eyes if they have it, but this one doesn't. You get the nutty, sweet, because the aftertone is sweet. And then what you want to do is try it with the rind. Now because it's a wash, again, what washed rind means is that they take the curd. As I keep saying, you have to be like athletes that do visualization, right? This is a wheel of cheese. Can you visualize? All right. So what they do is they take and they wash the rind with the solution, brine, linens. It could be beer, it could be port, ice wine. That flavor then goes from the rind down into the cheese. And that's what gives it the extra flavor. All right? Now, did you notice what the difference is with the rind? You add more flavor again, like with the brie. All right? So this is Rath Trevor. You like that style? Swiss cheese lovers are usually lovers or haters, and a lot of times it's sweet. My wife doesn't like Swiss cheese. It's the sweet that's in it. She'll eat desserts, just not Swiss cheese. we doing there? Okay. What we try to do is emphasize how to look after your cheese at home. 3 things. Keep it clean. It means you wash your hands before you touch a cheese, right? Number 2, you wrap it. Keep it covered. You can use saran wrap, wax paper, parchment, foil, but just remember the last 3 will not give you a tight seal on the cheese. You'll leave it in the fridge for a while, it will have areas that will dry out, okay? Now, don't reuse the wax paper or the saran wrap. Use fresh ones because you've contaminated with your hands. All right, clean wrap. You want to look after it. Cheese is at a price point. You want to be able to keep it. If you get mold on the cheese, should have eaten it. Or the other thing, you can take a bit of that moldy part, like a 1/4 of an inch. You take it off, wrap the moldy stuff up in saran wrap, and put it in the garbage. Don't throw it in loose. They're airborne spores. They can keep poofing as you throw stuff on top of it. Just, you got to look after it. And the same thing when you're entertaining, you don't just serve cheese. Remember I talked about the bread? Unsalted nut, there's enough salt in what we do. You can roast them, leave them fresh. And the other thing is the variety of fruit. And by the way, you can have a kid's cheese party. My granddaughter's 9, that's what her birthday party was a cheese party. Okay, you get other 9-year-olds are coming along for the cake, she's got cheese. The idea though behind that is that when you think of cheese and fruit juices today, you can actually have some really interesting pairings with juice. You don't always have to go to alcohol.